I need to go to the gym.
Damn it, Bush.
Sorry, Jimmy.
It's okay. I still love you.
How do you sit so nicely?
Do you have any water, Sonny?
Think about
Putting these nuts in your mouth.
Do you need some water, Jason?
chair
Oh, really?
Oh, thank you.
Oh shit, sorry.
I imagine a lot of these questions.
Did you want me to
answered,
take
but if they
notes?
don't ask them, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to take notes?
What's up?
Do you want me to take notes?
I'm not sure.
If you can,
This is
yeah.
actually a public angle.
That'd be fantastic. Here, I can pass you the thing.
All right, we're going to get started about 2 minutes here, ladies and gentlemen.
If it was a public hanging, they would have charged a fee.
Fortunately, this is a much more suitable location for this many people.
Yeah, it is.
So thank you to the press and everybody else for showing up. It is quite nice not talking to an empty room, especially when we have matters of such utmost importance to discuss.
There. All right, I gotta be right here and record.
Everybody hear me all the way there in the back?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we hear you.
Don't gotta sound so sad about it.
Alrighty, gonna get started here. Thank y'all for coming out. We have a couple things we're gonna be discussing tonight. First, I want to share an update on the Blaine County Sheriff's Office investigation into the death of Apollo Gray. At this point in time, Mr. Peter Jones is still the primary suspect in this matter. Overnight, our deputies have continued to work tirelessly to investigate this and followed a number of leads. We've conducted property searches at a number of locations around San Andreas. I believe we've conducted about 6 interviews with witnesses and persons of interest who we've been able to successfully eliminate as persons of interest. We also have several subpoenas out for additional photographs from Instagram, as well as documentation from Premium Deluxe Motorsport that we may be vital in determining the movements, whereabouts, and location of Mr. Peter Jones. Our department will not rest until we have unturned every stone and located Mr. Peter Jones wherever he may be. Additional information came in overnight that validated our initial suspicions that Peter Jones was partial to the Paleto Bay area, and we're conducting some additional operations up in that area to verify those allegations and hopefully locate Mr. Peter Jones. Regardless, statewide operations are still commencing. Our last confirmed sighting of Mr. Jones still remains at nearby the Sandy Shores Airfield, headed northwest bound in a darkened color SUV last night, along with our possible sighting in Paleto Bay, which, as more information rolls in from our deputies, we believe to be more and more vital to this case. Now, we do have another matter of vital concern to the public of San Andreas that we would like to discuss here with you today. Ladies and gentlemen, our state is under attack. The Blaine County Sheriff's Office is under attack. You, ladies and gentlemen, are under attack, and you are being attacked from the inside.
I got diarrhea.
Your newly elected district attorney, Jim Wells, has proven himself to be a hypocrite and a bleeding heart, the very things he claims to despise. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday we arrested an attorney at law for drawing his firearm on an unarmed civilian and threatening to kill this civilian at a hospital, no less.
Wow.
There are multiple eyewitnesses to this incident, including the first-hand testimony of myself, who was on scene for the duration of the incident.
Sounds like a pretty cool guy.
Your district attorney, Jim Wells, dropped charges against this individual and claims that there was no victim. Now, I don't know about Jim Wells, but what is the poor man who had a gun drawn on him by a violent felon? What is he if he is not a victim? Ladies and gentlemen,
himself.
it is your responsibility to get this corrupt, hypocritical man out of our state, out of our district attorney's office, and ensure he never practices law here again. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to invoke the name of our beloved Apollo Gray, but I do have to ask you, do you honestly believe that when we bring Mr. Peter Jones to justice, that this district attorney who has refused to take a single case before the court since he has become district attorney will actually prosecute this man and see justice served? I fear he will not. We have prepared a statement today, which I will read to you now. We, the undersigned, collectively come before you with the following statements and petitions. 1. District Attorney Jim Wells is the newest elected district attorney in the state of San Andreas. 2. It is the sole job of the district attorney to pursue charges against those who commit offenses against the citizens of San Andreas. 3. Since his election, Jim Wells has declined to pursue charges in every single newly filed case that has been brought before him. 4. The Blaine County Sheriff's Office arrested a man for pointing a loaded firearm and threatening to kill an unarmed individual at a hospital. Your district attorney, Jim Wells, declined to pursue charges. 5. The collective undersigned San Andreas first responders hereby enter a vote of no confidence against the district attorney of the state of San Andreas, Jim Wells. 6. The collective undersigned San Andreas first responders hereby petition the citizens of San Andreas to keep our streets safe, put criminals behind bars, and to recall District Attorney Jim Wells. Signed this 20th day of December, year of our Lord 2021. Interim Sheriff Valdera. Sam's Director Luna Light. Sergeant James Tyson. Deputy Robert Williamson. Deputy Donald Dunlop. Deputy Ace Justice. Deputy Frank Mercer. Deputy David Knight. Deputy Sierra Winters, Deputy Wyermew Morrison, Deputy Eddie Midnight, Deputy Richard Bonk, Deputy Chris Hall, Deputy Callum Beckett, Deputy Chad Masterson, Deputy Tyler Wilson, Deputy Carter King, Deputy Max Bishop, Deputy Serena Rose, Deputy Connor Duke, Deputy Sacha Monkti, Deputy Donovan Daly, Deputy Bart Aldo, Deputy Zevin Blake, Deputy Tamati Watgani, Deputy Evan Stalker, Deputy Cadet Doug Thompson, Surgeon Julian Mendoza, Surgeon Elias Martinez, EMT Amelia Smith, EMS VO Jason Decker, EMS VO Rob Pearson. Thank you for your time. We do have some time for questions from the press.
Is it true that the DA failed to send a prosecutor to pretrial motions today, causing the state to have a default judgment entered of over $1 million?
The Blaine County Sheriff's Office did not fail to send a prosecutor. District Attorney Jim Wells was negligent and abdicated his responsibilities to the citizens of San Andreas.
Yeah, that's what I said, the district attorney's office.
Yeah, that is correct. He has abdicated his responsibilities and refused to appear in any matters today.
Is it true that deputies at the time of detaining Stephen Gray tased him?
Yes, that is true.
Is it also true that the deputies at the time were aware that he had recently suffered a heart attack?
We are not privy to the confidential medical information of individuals.
Is it not true that witnesses at the scene mentioned many times that he had been recently the victim of a heart attack?
Fuck Stephen Gray.
The individual on scene, who is the individual on scene who you were referring to is an attorney in San Andreas, and also claimed that she was required to be Mirandized even though she was
Yeah,
not
I probably should
interrogated.
get with
So
that.
we deem her to be an unreliable source of information.
Is it true that Stephen Gray is a wanker?
That's not my place to say. All I will say is that the Blaine County Sheriff's Office executed an arrest in good faith. We followed standard operating procedures, and we followed the penal code of the state of San Andreas. We did everything we could to take this violent man off the streets. It is now in the hands of the citizens of San Andreas to remove this corrupt district attorney.
When was the district?
So do you think that because of his recent loss that he maybe wasn't mentally in the right place and maybe he should go under?
It's got nothing to do with his recent loss.
I mean, he seemed pretty distressed.
I'm not a medical professional. I cannot speak to that. Personally, if I were to be involved in a similar incident with Mr. Gray in the future, I would request that SAMS evaluate him for a permanent hold. However, once again, I'm not a medical professional. It's not my authority. All I could do is provide a recommendation to Luna here.
Isn't it also true that with witness statements that a gun was pointed at him first and he was only retaliating behind?
We have not obtained any firsthand witness statements to that effect. The only thing that we have been able to factually verify is that the individual may have swung at him with a closed fist from a distance of approximately 6 feet away. That's the only act of aggression we've been able to verify on the part of the other party.
Isn't it true that that Stephen Gray was on his way to MRPD walking unarmed when he was detained forcefully using a taser?
Mr. Gray was resisting arrest and refusing the orders of officers who had lawfully detained him. At that point, he was not detained. He was under arrest, and he was refusing the orders of the deputies on scene.
On what date and by which parties was the DA elected?
The DA was elected, I believe the date was the 17th of December by the citizens of San Andreas at large.
On what date and by which party of people was the acting sheriff elected?
That was approximately 1 week ago. I was placed in interim sheriff position by the state until full elections can be held.
Do we have a date for when the elections will be held?
No, we do not.
What are some of the actions that you were taking about the investigation of Miss Apollo's death?
Like I stated previously, we have multiple ongoing operations in the Paleto Bay area to determine Mr. Peter Jones' whereabouts. As I mentioned, we also conducted a number of investigations overnight, questioned a number of people. And like I said, we have some outstanding subpoenas that are either filed or being prepared to be filed for data from Instagram, as well as some paperwork that we believe PDM may have that may provide additional information on Peter Jones.
I don't know if it was already asked, but is there a bounty?
Once again, the Blaine County Sheriff's Office will not be issuing a bounty. Now, we are working to get a a reward for information that leads to the arrest of Peter Jones approved. However, that approval has to go through the aforementioned negligent district attorney, so we are unfortunately being stonewalled.
Is it true that the Department of Justice is going to have trouble paying the said default judgment?
Which matter are you referring to?
The over $1 million that was awarded to a couple of defendants earlier today because of the failure to send a prosecutor from the DA's office.
The Blaine County Sheriff's Office has a different budget than the Department of Justice does. Our budget is siloed off from theirs, so I can't speak to what funds they do or don't have available.
I'm sorry I'm late. Did I win the conviction oven? I'll take that as a no.
A little bit of a waterfall effect. Blaine County Sheriff's Office and Sam's maintain their own individual budgets and accounts that are funded from the Department of Justice. So I can tell you, I can tell you that the Blaine County Sheriff's Office is well funded, but I can't speak to the funding of organizations above ours. All right, we got any more questions? All right, well, we'll call it here then. Thank you all for attending. And like I said, we will continue to hold press conferences as more information regarding the death of Apollo Gray and Peter Jones comes to light.
Whoa. Apollo Gray died?
Sounded like they cared more about Jim Wells than they did about Apollo Gray.
Oh, Mark, did you get those notes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mark?
What?
How's it going?
Hey.
What are you wearing?
Did they say Apollo Gray died?
Yeah, she was murdered yesterday.
Did you just come out of retirement a week ago? Goddamn it, deputy, I'm not sure if I'm going to let you do
That's
Scooter, you have a spider.
that's fucked up.
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, it definitely is.
What happened? Where'd they find it?
Well, I don't know a ton about it. Apparently, Jill to the lover has been threatening her for years and finally got her.
If I retire you out, you're never coming
Who's?
back.
Someone that she had been with previously.
I had a question.
Sorry. A little too close for comfort.
Anybody
Okay,
else here?
I was just asking a question.
So,
No, it's not a question
when
for
are they
you.
drawing the raffle for the convection oven?
I don't.
Sheriff's
I
taking
think
care of something
you might
for
be
you.
confused with what this is.
Can I have a Tylenol?
I was
No.
trying to fucking figure out what the hell is going
It
on.
might be a
with
possibility.
Gray.
In my
And-
Explorer earlier.
Yeah, I think it's a very
So,
valid
I gotta
possibility.
fucking
Go
pull the
well.
gun out at.
Okay, what was the deal with the DA then? Because somebody was saying something they were disappointed
Wonderful,
with the
thank
DA.
you.
Yeah,
Damn it.
they basically said that they don't approve of the way he's working. He hasn't been taking cases and it's been letting supposed criminals go free.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I
Oh.
guess today they were supposed to send somebody for a double murder case to some pretrial conference, and nobody showed. And so the judge awarded a vote of non-confidence, or sorry, a
What?
default judgment of over $1 million.
Did you need something, Tyson? You're not retiring too, are you?
Where are you going?
No.
Alright.
Put a defendant?
Well, now I'm going to go back to the department.
Yeah, there's two defendants.
You're
but
back
yeah.
in Sam's? What? What do you want?
Holy
Battlefield,
smoke!
Fucking Metafield. Yes,
Mhm.
yes, because he was.
Wow. I'm almost speechless. Almost.
Yeah. It's
All right, come on,
it's a
George.
mess.
Ah, jeez. All right. Well, thanks for the info, bud.
Yep, I'll see you around.
I'm gonna go get somebody about a raffle ticket.
Eller.
I need to do my license. Officer?
What's that?
When are you drawing the raffle tickets for the convection oven?
The what?
the end of the day, Valdera does not speak for the investigation. Valdera can only speak from his ass, and let him do that. At the end of the day, that's what he wants to do. That's his prerogative to do so. But I just want to let everyone know that the Apollo's death will not live in infamy with what just happened in there. Okay, I just want to promise you guys that. And if anything, I will do everything in my power. If that means going back to the district attorney's office to make sure that this gets handled, I promise you, I will do that. Because the last thing I'm going to let happen, is let Valdera sit on a soapbox and let that be what everyone comes back for.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck that guy.
Thank you, Jules. We appreciate the kind words. I mean, I hope it comes through. We hope it comes through to fruition. I definitely think she deserves justice. She was beloved by many. We got a lot of people over here hurting right now.
No,
Look at these two over here.
100%.
Everyone here.
If you guys have, I would like to say, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns that you think will help the situation, please bring it to me, and I will do everything in my power with all the knowledge that I have and the potential position. If that's something that needs to happen at the end of the day, please come and let me know. Okay.
Would you run for sheriff?
No.
Also,
Very
let me
good.
know. Also, let me know, because I, as someone that talks to Valdera quite often, I will literally get on his ass if I have to. Which all of you know about the lovely infamy the lovely famous Luna fucking light. I literally will start Luna fucking lighting him if I have to. So don't do anything fucking stupid. But if you have anything, bring it to me and to bring it to Jules, and we'll handle it.
So if you have anything you want to say at this point in time, I will be right over there at the end of the sidewalk. Please let me know your thoughts, comments, and concerns. If your comment and concern is we need someone to please reel back in the BCSO a little bit, please let me know, because it's exactly what every one of you know that I fucking did when I was in the district attorney's office. Every single fucking day. And if that's something that needs to happen, let me know. I'll do exactly what I did back then.
I would advise not leaving from the.
Can I be assistant DA?
No, not Rob. No.
So if you need something, I'll be at the end of the sidewalk.
I'm just a nurse, but if you also have information, I can pass it on to Luna and Jules.
I want a fucking DA position. That's what I want.
Torque, you got my vote.
I'm gonna go get
Mark, I want those. I want that notepad spinning. We need stories.
Not working on it.
Churning, burning.
Yeah, make sure you
There's
talk
so
about
much-
why.
There are like 3 pages worth of stories over here.
Yeah.
The
If it
past
bleeds,
3
it
days.
bleeds,
3
people.
days.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get
Make
to
sure
it.
you talk about why the BCSO doesn't have, why they don't have like checkpoints and stuff.
Anybody looking for a job? Meteor is hiring. I need writers. I need
This is
writers.
the wrong time to fucking post.
Well, I
a
used to
fucking
write
posting. That feels weird,
erotic
bro.
fiction.
No, but it's. I mean, it's a good purpose. There's a lot of stories to be told.
Maybe
Mark's
send me
a good
some
guy. He's doing
samples,
a good
but
purpose, Jimmy.
I don't know that I'm gonna be able to use you.
All right, yeah. Well, they're at the house right now, but I'll definitely send you over a couple of my manuscripts.
It's not like a shameless plug. He actually needs
I took
writers.
some notes.
There's stories that need to be told.
All right, thanks.
Really what Valdera said. He's like, if he leaves, he's not coming.
Sonny, you said you wanted to do some pieces, right?
Yeah, I can write some pieces.
Oh yeah, I
I've got
remember
some
that guy. I
notes.
call him Sugar Bitches.
All right, yeah. Why don't you send me your notes?
I don't know if it's appropriate for me to write an article given my alter ego is involved.
Yeah, I mean, I've had, geez, Steven used to run the paper. I used to have Dante as a writer. He was on staff at Sam's, so I think it'd be fine.
I think you'll be fine. Yeah.
No, given the situation with
Yeah, I think I would just have you focus on probably the Apollo Gray stuff.
Okay, I was like, because I don't think it's a good idea for me to do the other one.
Nah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. That's
I'm still keeping my job at Sam's, but you can like pay me on the table for articles.
Yeah, I mean, just send me your notes if you want to take a stab at something on Gray. I want to get something on that, and then that'll let me focus on.
there was eyewitness
DA
reports
stuff.
that from JJ that I was trying to say, but I couldn't think of it. But JJ Price was witness to Stephen Gray, of the man pulling a gun out on Stephen Gray and Stephen Gray retaliating on the fire. So.
Okay.
I think that's where the BCSO just only went one way and one way only on that.
They're just trying to make themselves look better, but that's not.
But yeah,
really
if
worth
it,
it.
if you need any kind of like further information, go to JJ. There was a witness statement taken, but they did not take it to heart.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a FOIA request in right now too for the information that they've got on both cases. So we'll we'll see what that turns up.
All right, perfect.
Awesome.
All right, perfect.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, of course. And if you need anything else, I'll let you know. I was gonna say, I recorded the whole thing, so if you need a playback of it, I got you.
Perfect. Thank you.
My article tonight and I'll email to you.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.